realize you need to let go of in order to grow. And we then made a fire and we burned. And so we need to let go of in order to grow spiritually and growing into adulthood towards adulthood. This would be a good exercise to do with the adults here about God and religion and ourselves that are keeping us back from growing spiritually. And then focus on gracious new things that would be great to adapt to the process. You into that? Some nods? When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. So we need to be willing to mature in how. And sometimes we can still be walking around with some versions of God that are really kind of keeping us back. But then we will see face to face. And he's talking about a time God throughout creation, of which Christ was the first spark. Which is from the Greek word for riddle. Is like a riddling reflection of comprehension. We can know only in part. With the divine reality. And it's interesting to see what he says about this. Well, what doing things correctly, it's about coming to know and coming to be. And just this morning, I was drinking my coffee and reading a Canadian First Nation writer. Down a dialogue between himself and an elder woman, closer to the great mystery. So I can understand it. So this participation with divine mystery, experience as grace. I will know fully even as I have been fully known. Our desire to know more, to learn and to explore more about this. All of this can draw us. That's just as much about knowing as it is about being known. So we experience this as grace, all about love, about divine love as the enduring reality that draws us to grow and to mature and to be loved. So just before this passage, weddings, love is patient, love is kind, love is bold. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. Love bears all. Everything else ends, Paul says. Spiritual gifts ends, knowledge ends, but love. And love and participation with this part that we always hear in wedding ceremonies, saying, if I speak in the tongues of mortals and angels, but I do not have love, I am a noise and all knowledge, and I have all faith, so as to move mountains, but I can hand over my body so that I may boast. But if I do not have love, I gain nothing. Throughout his life and teaching, by your fruits you shall be known. Here are love and mercy and compassion and patience and courage and a way produces these fruits, despite all of the hypocrisy. And so to all of us in our journeys of becoming, of growing, all of this, all of the riddling reflections that we have to puzzle through, and being more fully known, we know and share these fruits. As part of sharing those fruits, we get to pray with each other and pray, and there will our hearts and open our hearts and minds and souls in the time of prayer and gather them together. And Julie and I will share them aloud as we pray together.
You're in this place, vanished away. See in this space of this day.
So let's pray together and lift up each other's voices in prayer. And after in prayer, do so as you feel moved. O Holy One, our God, we pray for courage and love, embracing, growing.
For all Indigenous peoples, prayers and blessings.
Friends, we join you in prayer.
Susan, who is having memory problems.
New challenges and changes in life. May God and the human friends, we join you in prayer.
Thanks be to God for the safe space.
We pray for the protection of women's reproductive.
Pray for peace in Israel.
Friends, we join you in prayer. Friends, we join you in prayer.
Healing for Katana. May she get some financial boon soon. Her life over and must make some mature decisions for herself and her children.
Prayers for Sue Logs,
Of love.
my sister and Julia. Friends, we
The wonderful young people in these programs.
peace and love for one another during these trying times.
For medical personnel who work miracles.
We pray, O Holy One, our God, source of all life and destiny in your care, everything that has been spoken, everything that remains unspoken. Our lives and our lives together, and thank you for the gift. The privilege of offering to you a final blessing, and then you're invited to and those are out in our yard space on the south. I'm out of words. That's it. May you be blessed, and as you go, oh my gosh, I'm out of words. This has been such a powerful experience for me. I still have chills. It's like church, I get to have church, I'm just like speechless. So, of our OWL youth programs, and they have been growing because they're offering some folks who find their way here need that, and yet it's an amazing program in town for LGBT really. And we have a wonderful relationship with them, a boss base there. Hooray. Thank you for that. Friends, may you be blessed to grow in knowledge and grow passion, guided by the way of Jesus. May you be open in mind, trust, and know that you belong to the